What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to JG's Lounge, where I host live weekly events. I have two different podcasts. One Stardom, one is Jammin' with Jukebox. One I interview bands. We talk about their music. The other one I have guests like Joey here, middle-aged superhero, on the show, and we just rant about shit. You know, that's the whole point of the show. It's a guys' night out style show, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't still be doing this. So I appreciate all of you. And Joey, man, hey, how you doing, dude?
I'm fucking sore. My dog tripped me today on a walk, and I'm over here like struggling. I've never had broken ribs before, so I don't think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, that's a rough thing.
You're a big guy.
I'm a big dude. Yeah, in some cultures I would be considered a fat dude. In other cultures, chub scout.
Hey, if you're BMI, if you're BMI, you know, if you're basing it on that, you're definitely obese.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Everybody's obese if it goes by the BMI.
No, either way. But yeah, I'm other than that, I'm excited to see what you got here.
Sweet, man.
See what we're going to talk about. It's nice having a conversation with somebody that's other than my fucking bulldog or a TikTok live, you know?
Yeah, man. And that's actually how I found you, is your TikTok lives. And, you go on there, you rant about shit that, it's meaningful information. But I think the biggest thing to me that I love about them is how hilarious the comments are and how repetitive they are.
It does make you question fucking humanity a little bit, doesn't it? At least first world countries.
Yes.
It's yeah, I have it right here. I have the list of the same shit that's said in every fucking TikTok live. It was so often Groundhog's Day just made a list, and then we like to play a little bingo,
mm-hmm.
Crazy. Or people that come in that like to tell other grown-ass people how to live their lives, you know?
Right.
It's a strange world, but I don't know. The trolls make me feel good about myself. The one, they're just like, at least I'm not that person. At least I'm not that person that is finding their jollies by going in random live videos on the internet and saying the most repulsive or shitty things to somebody that they don't know, right? At least I'm not them. So
yes, and that's another thing is that people spend hours, like just fucking hours on there, and that's what they do, or they'll fucking report people. I haven't experienced that yet, but when you first started out going live, like, did you have intentions of it getting to the level that it's at?
No, I didn't think anybody was wanting to see my dumb ass on the internet. I mean,
and even your content's just random, but you have a huge following.
Yeah, it's a bunch of women who call themselves petty to virtually tell my ex to go fuck herself. That's about 85% of the people that had followed me on TikTok that are female. Right. I think a lot of the dudes that follow me are there for the fucking shit show, right?
Yes, definitely. That's the only reason I stay.
Yeah, you're one of my 1%ers. I have 1% of my audience is married straight males. That's 1%. Like, I think it's even a less than 1%.
Do you ever get thank yous in your DMs from guys?
From dudes? No. I do. From dudes, I usually get dick pics from gay dudes. Those are usually on my Instas. But hey, I'm like, all right, bro. I mean, I feel like I can lead the feminine, charge, because now I'm feeling what they feel.
Right.
They're like, you don't know what it's like to get random unsolicited dick pics. Really? Yeah, I do.
Let me just show you this real quick. Here, I'll show you all these images.
Yeah, let me show you them. So yeah, I'm a feminist.
So, what made you decide to, go on there and basically talk about, self-awareness, really? I mean, that's most of what your content is.
So being a single guy in Kansas City or anywhere in this day and age, or a single woman, you tend to have to deal with online dating, right? You have to deal with the Tinders, the Facebook dating, the Bumbles, the Plenty of Fish. You got to deal with those because they just come along with this world, right? And what I noticed is it's those online dating sites are pretty much their personal marketing. You're marketing yourself. You're creating this like classified of your pictures and like a profile, like, please like me, like, please find me attractive. Please think that I like to go camping is a cool thing, you know? And what I noticed is that a high majority of women that I would connect with and then end up going on a date with would not look like their profile at all. Or not all. I mean, like, you know what I mean? The high angled pictures, because insecurities really fuel, you know, what they're doing. And also the fact that they would kind of lie. And I've heard this on the female side too, that dudes do the same thing. There's such a thing called hat fishing, where guys wear a hat in every single picture to hide the fact that maybe they have male pattern baldness or something that they're insecure about. So I had already been trying to understand myself by getting self-awareness, because I was a fucking miserable piece of shit that blamed everybody for his fucking problems, and nobody likes me, and all my ex-girlfriends are all pieces of shit, and they're the ones that ruined everything, and every boss that I had a problem with, they were pieces of shit. It was everybody else's fault. So when you start to get some self-awareness to realize, hey, maybe you're the fucking problem, you start seeing other people that have that possible challenge as well, right? And a lot of these dates that I was going on, you could just tell there was just a huge lack of self-awareness, whether it be from the false advertising or the lying in their profiles, or, you know what I mean? Or when you ask a lady, hey, tell me about your ex. Oh, you mean that fucking narcissist? Like, whoa. Is he diagnosed? No. They're not. Narcissists don't go to the doctor. Like, it's just a lack of self-awareness. So long story short, I got tired of getting fucking catfished.
Yeah, I mean, which is funny. I don't get it. Like, so if you're really trying to get out there, why fake your pictures or alter the image or lie about who you are? Like, what do you think that's going to get you?
So
another asshole?
in defense of the ladies that, you know, kitten fished me, which is like catfishing, but you just make yourself look better. That's a kitten fish.
Right.
I would like to figure out why guys send fucking like unsolicited dick pics. It's like on the same level. Like, what do you expect the answer to be? Like, what do you? And so I think just a lot on the ladies' side, it's more of a like, I really hope that he doesn't notice or doesn't say anything, kind of, and that my personality and all that's going to overcome the fact that I look like maybe I'm 33 in my profile picture, but in reality I'm 57 and I look like I'm 57. So maybe he'll look past that and see this great person. So yeah, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I've never gone on a date with somebody who did not look like what they put online and thought to myself, wow, I cannot wait until to go on another date with this person.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Or you like clicked on me, like, this is the person I'm gonna marry right here.
Yeah. Meet him, be like,
I did find this, and I thought this was perfect for you.
To say self-awareness is so rare these days, it should be considered a fucking superpower. That's what middle-aged fucking superhero, man.
Right. I was just strolling through some fucking memes, and I was like, oh, hey, that's perfect.
But hey, I don't want to come across. I'm not fucking perfect at this. I still fucking like struggle with it every goddamn day. Like, I'll catch myself like, that person's a huge piece of shit, and then I'll walk it back and be like, bro, maybe you're the fucking problem. Like, yeah,
but there's validity to you when you say like in your podcast Middle-Aged Superhero, you talk about like rating yourself like a percentage wise on how much of an asshole you are. Yeah, everybody's a fucking I'm probably 40% easily.
And it goes back and forth. Lily D, do you mind if I
man, I can even click on it. Go right ahead, man. Here.
So first of all, if somebody's going to catfish you or kitten fish you, they're also going to fucking avoid the angles in FaceTimes. And the second is that not everybody's on Snapchat. Like, I mean, right. And Snapchat has more fucking filters than a goddamn fucking coffee house. So,
you know, it's the funniest part is my wife will only talk to me on Snapchat. She doesn't text me. She fucking snaps me. I don't know why. She just does.
Because the messages disappear and you can't prove them in court later on when she's taking half your shit.
Right. That's true. That's very true. Man.
Yeah, it's called burying evidence.
Hasn't there actually been issues where like FBI has tried to get information from Snapchat and they refuse to give it?
No, I have no idea. I don't know about Snap. Yeah, I've not seen that in any of my Dateline NBCs yet. Usually it's Facebook. But Dateline's usually about 10 years behind on their murder stories. So
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm on Snapchat now, and it's just a fucking clusterfuck. There is less tits being sent to me on Snapchat than I thought. I thought Snapchat was just the fucking platform where you just send nude photos to everybody, because that's what I was like. That was ingrained in my brain.
It just goes away. Yeah, yeah. Nobody's
Why
gonna
would
see
you?
it ever again.
But like your wife, why would you want to be on an app that you don't have like if I asked you, if I said like, hey, what time again tonight? And you wrote me back 8:30. And then a couple hours later, I forgot what you fucking said. Like, did you say 7:30, 8:30? And then I go back and the messages are fucking gone. Then I got to look like the asshole and ask you again.
Right. Well, you can change the settings to where they stay.
Yeah, but then the other person thinks you're a fucking creepy fucker.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
Or like when they can request your location as well.
Yeah, I do that anyway.
Yeah, I just want to see where you're at.
True, this one photo is a snap filter. Snap it. Yeah. True, this one photo. Yeah. That's like on the dating apps that I have. I'm not on dating apps now, but when I was on it before, I had like a list of shit that if you had it in your profile picture, it's a definite swipe left from me. One of it was the goddamn fucking dog ears or any kind of animal ears from Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm out.
My mother-in-law, she was living with us, and she got on Plenty of Fish. And my wife was trying to help her with it, and the fucking spam like accounts, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm like so popular." It's like, no, you're really not. I promise, these aren't even real guys.
There's some horrible like stories. Excuse me, as I drink and be rude on.
I'm drinking beer. You're drinking what, tea?
Fucking Crystal Light in a goddamn fucking Snapple jar. Yeah. The amount of scamming that happened. By the way, why the fuck was she on the Walmart of dating apps? Plenty of Fish. That's the go-to for it.
We don't fuck it. My wife and I have been together for damn near 7 years, man. That's all we really knew. It was Plenty of Fish, so we just fucking threw her on there.
Jesus, you just threw her to fucking the Walmart of dating, like the Dollar General of fucking dating apps. Like you didn't even go top shelf. You just went great value of fucking dating apps. Like, oh my god, if Plenty of Fish was a night out on the town, it would be a meth party. It is. Yeah. I'm just reading your comments. They're kind of cool.
Man, go ahead.
How long you been married?
It'll be 7 years. Well, we just hit 7 years this month.
What's Imagine location was a jail?
I have no idea.
People are
like if they requested the location.
I got you. So you've been out of the game for 7 years. What were you dating before you got married? How about a couple, 3?
I have an ex with a kid, and we were together for 6 years. It was mostly just party and drugs, and then kid, and then we didn't work out.
Party and drugs with one girlfriend the entire time?
Yeah, we hung out with the same crowd in Lawrence, man, and it was just easy. I mean, it was easy and it worked and it fucking whatever. I mean, we were both pieces of shit.
Hey, thanks for everybody that follows me on TikTok. That's jumping.
Yeah, there's quite a few people in here, man.
This interview,
appreciate it.
So you've never really been in the game, man. You've been kind of like
So I had this emo phase from about 18 to 20, and I had a little opportunity to kind of whore around, and then I just kind of
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years.
You're a free agent for 2 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've stuck my dick in so much crazy, I've forgotten how much it's been. Like,
I'm sure.
In my past, not like recently. You can't do that when you're in your 40s.
I mean, I hoard around those 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, but no, man, it is what it is. I don't really fucking. I can go jerk off in the bathroom if my wife doesn't want to get it on. I don't give a shit.
You don't do it. So my best friend who was married, he used to do it right there in the bed next to his wife, and then said after he was done, "Could have been in ya," and then went to bed. And I was like, all right. So you have a kid from your first relationship?
Yes.
Do you have kids from your marriage now?
Yep. I got a daughter and I've got my stepson, and then my kid with my ex I haven't seen in quite a while because of dramatic issues that, same bullshit that you rant about on your stuff. So
I see. Stacy says 20s for most of us were a bit wild. Yeah, that's called rookie ball. You got to get wild in your fucking 30s and late 30s and early 40s that's fucking all Madden.
My goal is like, man, as soon as my daughter is old enough to be home with her brother, and we can go out, start having fun again.
Yeah. So it's just different lives. We live two different fucking lives.
Yeah, man, totally. And I'm sure the way we were raised was probably totally different. You're from Nebraska, correct?
No, I'm from Kansas.
You're from here, but you lived in Nebraska.
No. My family went from Northern Ireland to fucking Nebraska.
Right.
And then I'm from Northeast Kansas. I'm just outside Lawrence. I'm in Topeka.
Oh, okay. All right. I hate Topeka, just to be honest.
It's all good. It's I don't think anybody really likes Topeka just came up with a new motto to put on the flag. It says, God forbid you ever find out you have 1 year to live, but if you do, move to Topeka because every day seems like a fucking eternity.
Oh God, that's pretty bad. We went out there to the zoo, and I was like, why the fuck did we drive out here to the zoo? It was
because it's world famous.
Is it really?
It's literally called the world famous Topeka Zoo because a fucking koala had a baby there or something. So
it's not a good zoo.
Hey, listen, it's better than the Wichita Zoo. It's better than a Hayes, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
No, who am I lying? It's good for people in Topeka.
You can get around the whole zoo in what, an hour and a half?
40 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walking it. Yeah.
The one here is okay, but I've been to it so many fucking times.
Yeah, I tried growing up there. And then you go to other zoos. So I used to travel a lot. And when I was in these other cities and stuff, just to pass some time, like I've been to San Diego Zoo, Memphis Zoo, Dallas, Omaha, and then even in New York and stuff, you're like, holy shit, I got fucking like screwed as a kid with the goddamn zoo I grew up in,
Right. So, and being like a decent sized city, you think it would be better.
It's not really even a decent sized city. It takes 12 minutes to get anywhere in that fucking town. They just want to be bigger. I don't want to bash them too hard. It's like, it's like a team. I mean, it's like the Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't talk shit on them because they just lose all the goddamn time, right? It's not fun anymore. So that's how I feel like talking about my hometown. So
I got another little meme here. It says, just because you complain louder and more frequently than others doesn't mean you have bigger problems than everyone else.
Yeah. That comes from the whole fucking world of people being told that they're fucking special.
If you deal with people on a daily basis in any form of work or just society in general, you see, like, it's everybody.
It's people that were told that they're fucking special. All of us, it started with the Gen X kids, fucking boomers, making sure that they were trying to like boost us up. So, one day, Joey, you're going to be an astronaut if you want to. No. You know what I mean? Or you're just special because it makes people feel like they're above other fucking people.
Right.
What does it say? All I thought was put the lotion on the skin. Sorry, I'm reading your comments. Just popped up there.
Yeah, that's there. We'll throw it on there for a second.
So we can see it. Put the lotion on the skin.
What are we referencing on that one? I don't get it.
I don't know, but with the Snapchat filter picture and the creepy fucking comment from a creepy movie, I'm a little hard right now.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing she's your follower, so I'm sure you can DM her afterwards.
No, I can't do that. No, I keep it arms like I don't know. Lily D. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Not about hooking up, but just if she's a follower. That's the thing about being on TikTok. And the one thing that drives me crazy is if I have TikTok followers that follow me on other platforms, like people have the different names, right? So your name might be like Charlie's Angel 225 on TikTok, but on Instagram, it's like Kylie's Granny. It's the same person. And then they talk to you like they know you, or like, you know what I mean? Oh, Buffalo. And you're like, I have no fucking clue who you are. And they have to like just use the same. Here's a pro tip: use the same fucking name across your channels. Use them across your channels.
It's funny because I had Jukebox Ginger on everything, but I was like, that's kind of stupid because that's like my host name, but it doesn't really explain my content. So I changed it to JG's Lounge because I figured I got two different shows. I'll just do both of them on that content under that content name, and fucking it'll be a virtual lounge, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It works. So where did the whole like middle-aged superhero name did come up? Like, did you just randomly decide to use that name?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It was getting on TikTok. And so on social media, I'm considered fucking, this is so dumb. So in the automotive retail industry, we're talking like franchise dealerships across the country, you know, those Toyota dealerships or Ford dealerships, not the used car dealerships, but franchise dealerships.
Yes.
In the US, Canada, and in the UK, I am known as a social media content, digital marketing content SME, subject matter expert. So I had a name, Social Little Man, because my last name is Little, on everything. Everything was Social Little Man.
Okay.
When I got over to TikTok, I wanted to learn TikTok for the same reason, to try to be an expert or at least understand it. But I didn't want at the time to use that handle. Because I wanted to keep it separate. I didn't want it to show up in like searches and shit when people are looking for anything as associated with me. So I just was trying to think of the most clever fucking name that could go out there, and middle-aged superhero just hit.
It makes sense. I mean, that I found that random ass meme and it fit perfectly with your name.
I just thought it was kind of, you don't see a lot of middle-aged superheroes, and like the even though they all are middle-aged, if you look at the Avenger movies and shit like that, most of the actors that play a lot of these characters are like, I mean, was Robert Downey Jr. like fucking 59, 58 or something? You know what I mean? So let's just come to terms. They're middle-aged fucking superheroes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and then everybody asks like, well, what's middle age? I consider 38 to be the start of middle age, because that's half of the life expectancy.
I mean, if I make it past 60, I'm happy.
You say that at your age, but when you start getting like 47, you start thinking, fuck, it might be 50 when I go down. Like the number starts
just gets lower. I'll make it. I'm just going to shorten my goal here.
I shouldn't be this sore from tripping over my dog on a walk today. I shouldn't. Like, something has gone wrong in my body where I'm not healing like I used to, you know?
Yeah.
So
I know I'm getting older because I get irritated as fuck when I see 18 to 23-year-olds doing shit that I used to do, and it irritates me.
Well, like what? Do you know?
I mean, just being immature, doing stupid shit. See, I remember when I was 19, like, I'm much more mature than my age. But then when I was 25, I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to mature up, you know, after I had a kid.
You want to know, I determine what the definition of mature is, at least in a man. The moment you know that you're mature. You want to know when that is?
Yeah, when?
Is the moment that you say to yourself, nope, I don't want to fuck that 20-year-old. That's the moment. You're like, nope. You know that, you know.
Where we at?
Dude, you legit did a tuck and roll. Oh, somebody's talking about my dog. Yeah, like the moment that you really, there's a scene from Birdman with Michael Keaton. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. I haven't watched
it.
Have you heard of it?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on the network platforms and stuff. I just haven't watched it.
Let me set you up. The movie is about Michael Keaton plays this actor who in the 90s played some kind of superhero that was in like a bunch of movies that, you know, like a whatever they got, a franchise. Right. And it did really well. The problem was he was typecasted, and then once the franchise was over after the 90s, he couldn't get a job as an actor really in any other movies or anything like that. So he's trying to revitalize his career, and by doing that, he's taking a basically like a play or something, an off Broadway, and he kind of rewrote it, or he wrote it, and he's going to perform it. He's going to put it on stage off Broadway. That's the presence of the movie. So he has a daughter who's played by Emma Stone, who is assisting or whatever. And I think at the time she was maybe 23, 24. And then also Ed Norton Jr., the actor who played the first Hulk or whatever.
Yeah, I know who Ed Norton is.
He plays a famous actor who agrees to help out and come be in this show to bring a little bit more, you know, paparazzi or marketing to it. You're like, oh my goodness, this guy. But there's a scene where Ed Norton Jr. is on the roof of the theater, and he's up there with Emma Stone, who plays the daughter of what I just said. And he's talking about this experience that he had in one of his acting, like he was doing a movie in Africa or something, and he's like breaking it down, and she's sitting there just enamored with him. Ed Norton Jr. is probably 50, 52 in this movie or whatever it is,
right,
or late 40s, and she's just looking at him, just enamored with him while he's telling this story about whatever, and she just out of the blue goes, "Will you fuck me?" And he just, without skipping a beat's like, "No," and then continues to do his story, and her face completely changes. Here's this gorgeous 23-year-old who just threw herself at this 50-year-old man, and he shut her down. And he notices this after he continues and sees that she's a little like, what the fuck? And he goes into the fucking, he's like, do I want to fuck you? Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely not. See, you're 23 years old. I'm 50 years old. I've got to worry if the right dick is going to show up. I don't even know if I'm going to be, and then then the anxiety is pumping in me because I've got this, like he's talking about how much anxiety would happen to do this with this younger woman, that he would disappoint her and all this kind of, because he's not the same spring chicken he used to be.
Yeah.
And that is his excuse for not wanting to hit it. And I've never felt so close to a character on a movie before in my entire life. Like that's me. 1,000%.
I don't really think about it in that way.
But it's not just with 23-year-olds. It's with any kind of woman nowadays.
Well, yeah.
When you get older. But when you are at that moment where a 20-year-old is hitting on you and you think you can hit it and you tell yourself no, and you go home and jerk off and go to sleep, that's the moment that you reach pure maturity.
Here's my thing is, and this is funny because from a married man's perspective, my wife's like, "So who do you like at work?" First off, why are you even asking that question? It's like you're putting me on a spot to get a response you're not gonna like. Why? But the reality is I don't look because I don't want to put myself in a position where that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, either you don't shit where you eat or you don't tell your wife the truth. Which one?
I don't shit where I eat.
I don't either. I can't. You just can't do that. Yeah, you can't. And mine's more in the way that, because I will highly disappoint a woman the first time that we have sex. It is no doubt she is going to be disappointed. I don't need that getting out. I don't need telling everybody in the Kansas City Metro that the fat 47-year-old that's running marketing at the Ford store up north is a terrible lay.
He kept saying that side was hurting.
What's that?
He kept telling me his side was hurting.
Oh, he was sweating so much. It was a lot of sweat.
Dude, I sweat a lot, man.
So your wife asked you who you would bang at work, or who you think is attractive? Really? Do you ask? Does she just randomly tell you guys that she's attracted to her? Or?
I mean, I don't give a shit. I mean, I told her, I was like, you think that just turns off like because we're married? I mean, you're allowed to fucking find guys attractive. I don't give a shit. No, well, I mean, sometimes we'll talk about actors and actresses, but
yeah. Do you guys have your 5? Do you guys know the 5?
No, but I do have one, and if I had the opportunity, is Rona Mitra, the actress Rona Mitra. She's in Underworld. Not the Kate Beckinsale one, but the other one. She's also in The Good Witch on Netflix. Doomsday. She's the main character. She's,
Rona Mitra.
Yeah, it's like RHONA.
Oh, I got her. She's British.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. She's been around for a while.
Yeah. Click. You seen Click with Adam Sandler? That's not her. That's not.
She's my age. You fucking.
I don't give a shit. I've always liked older women, man. It was just funny because my wife's 2 years younger than me, but
I get it.
When I was 19, I slept with a married chick, and I felt good about it at the time. She was probably 18 years older than me, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" And then I never wanted to sleep with a younger person again.
But then you married one.
Yeah. Well, which is funny because back when I was a druggie, when I was young, I did stupid shit. So was she, and we dated for like 3 months, and then we hated each other for years, didn't talk, and then randomly bumped into each other on Facebook like 8 years later, and we moved in together, and we're married within like 6 months.
No shit, it's been 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean, it's good to hear things that work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it continues to work out. I mean, that's the plan at least. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, we're stuck together forever, man."
As long as you don't end up on an episode of Dateline NBC, that's the whole thing.
She would be the one to murder me for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be the one. They'd be like, they lived the perfect life.
I give her the hardest time because I bumped my life insurance policy up as high as I can. But if she was to murder me, she'd have to get away with it because if she didn't, she'd get none of it.
Yeah, she would have to put a lot of effort into it.
Right.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bump the fucking life insurance like every year. Put up higher.
I'm worth like $500,000 if I die. If she'll get all that.
Yeah, she would have to. Yeah, I like it. Make it like a contest. You want to take me out? You got to.
We joke about it all the damn time, man. I'm like, yeah. So how would you do it?
Perfect murder. Stab you with an icicle.
So I told you I wanted to get into some of these "Am I the Assholes?" And I got one up here right here. It says, "Am I the asshole? My boyfriend places sheets on all the furniture when I'm on my period."
Depends on how much you bleed. I mean, that's logical, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
why isn't he
I guess if you have an obsession with your furniture too, I mean,
well, you pay good money for that shit. It's not like it just grows on trees. Like maybe you're putting fucking. I mean, maybe he's an asshole if he put tarps down, but you're going to bleed through sheets.
Just follows her around with like some wax paper sheets and tells her to sit on those.
Lily says you need to watch out because Joey and your wife about to make plans.
My wife is really good looking.
I don't doubt you on that one. I don't doubt you. Has she been married before? By the way, before you get another,
no, she's not been married. So I have my stepson, but they weren't really a thing. They just had a kid. So I mean, we all get along fine.
It's good. It's good. It's good to hear that. What's another? I want to see another. Do you think that person's an asshole for putting fucking sheets down?
I think it depends on the situation. If he's just like got issues with the sight of blood, maybe, but I feel like that's something you should know going into a relationship. If there's an issue like that, you better be at least telling them, hey, I'm just letting you know before we get in any further. I have this thing, I love my furniture or your blood.
Keep your cooter blood off my fucking furniture, or I'm gonna have to put fucking newspapers down.
Yeah, or maybe he's got all white furniture. If it's all white, he doesn't want to get shit on it.
I do agree with Megan in your comments. It says need more context. I think
I agree, but the reason that I didn't add more context is because we have more. We can discuss it more from different angles.
Gotcha. Bring on the next one. Let's see what else. Let's see how we can. Let's judge some more fucking people.
Okay, let's do it.
Free flowing sounds like a Tom Petty song.
Am I the asshole for wearing white to my son's wedding?
What do
I don't know.
My opinion on that is no, not at all.
No, where does that even come from?
Because you're not supposed to wear white because the white. I think the bride is the only one to wear white.
Yeah.
Which by the way, that's a horseshit fucking tradition. If I've ever fucking heard one before.
Yes.
Right. That has nothing to do with virginity. It has nothing to do with purity. It has 100% to do with fucking class and how much money you have. Do you know this?
I did not know that, but it makes sense because wedding dresses aren't cheap.
So this is where it comes from. It comes from the fact of like back in the early 1800s whenever Queen Victoria was going to marry Prince Albert, right?
Right.
They had this big fucking wedding in the UK, huge wedding. And this is in the 1800s. I believe it was 19th century. And so one of the most expensive things that you could own was white fabric because back then you couldn't keep shit clean. So to keep shit fucking pure white, you had to be fucking rich, right? I'm sorry.
Right.
So for them to show the stature of how fucking much money the fucking monarchy had, she came out in this pure white fucking dress. So all the other socialites, all the other women and stuff that, all the other fucking people had money, those daughters were like, I want to wear a fucking white dress and tell everybody else to fuck off and show them that I have money. That's what it came from. It's the same as with the pure white fucking cake. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Because pure white sugar was extremely hard to come by. It was extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And so, all it was a big dick fucking contest. And then it turned into fucking, it means that I've never had a dick inside me. I'm the pure, I'm like, whatever. Whatever, Rachel, this is your third wedding.
Oh, man. It's funny because when my wife and I got married, we spent a little more than what it would cost to go into an actual courtroom. We found a retired judge that lived on a lake that had a gazebo, and he did them there. We found a couple friends, and we went fucking got married.
That's the way you do it. One step different would be like how Michael Scott on The Office declared bankruptcy just by yelling it in the office. I don't know if you've ever seen that episode.
I've seen The Office like 37 times all the way through.
Yeah, he just stands up and go, I declare bankruptcy. And they're like, that's not really how it works, but that's how you do it to get married. Like, I'm married to her now.
I have to say, though, because let me give you a little story, and then I'll say why this is similar to what we're talking about. We went to Buckner, Missouri. Do you know where Buckner, Missouri is?
No, but it sounds like a wonderful place.
It's a middle of nowhere, but they do this forest haunted house every October, and it's like 1 mile. And we get about 5 minutes in, and I have to take a piss. But they're busy, so it's not like I can just step into the woods and pee because there's people everywhere. So the whole trip, instead of me enjoying the scares and stuff, all I'm worrying about is pissing. That's how, like, my wife was reacting during the marriage. Oh, I can't mess up my hair. I can't get my dress dirty. And it's like, so it's kind of taking away from the enjoyment of what you're doing.
Yes. 100%. Being uncomfortable and shit like that is not a necessity in this fucking world.
Mm-mm.
Just like, one thing I wish that would stop being a fucking, like not taboo, but just a frowned upon bullshit fucking thing. If we could all just understand that everybody shits, especially women. Like, we know you shit, ladies. Yes. We know you shit. You don't have to fucking hide stuff. I guess you're in a relationship for a while, but Jesus. What does that say?
It says, if you have a vagination, can you wear white then? I don't really know what that is.
Is that when you have multiple? Is it like a DVD? Double vagina, double anal? Joking.
Yeah, Lily, we're gonna need a little more emphasis on that one. Explain.
Here's speaking of weddings. This is let me ask you if I'm the asshole in this situation.
All right.
Okay, so being 47, I've never been fucking married. I was engaged once. It didn't fucking work out. It was my last relationship that I was in. I ended it in the summer of 2020. Right. If I were to get into a relationship with a woman who had been married before, married and divorced. Okay, let's do this. You and your wife. You have this tragic accident where you fall down the stairs. Unfortunately, you don't make it. Your wife gets $500,000. Cops turn their heads. Next thing you know, I run into your wife. We start dating, and then we decide to get married. Am I the asshole to tell her to sit down? You don't get to do shit. You've already had your wedding. You already got to make those choices. I get to make every fucking choice in our wedding. Every fucking choice from all of it except for what you wear. Am I the asshole?
No, because she's already had a wedding.
Exactly. But you know what? A lot of people think I'm the asshole. A lot of women out there think I'm the asshole. Especially if you're a retread,
Yeah. If you've already had a marriage, and unless it was just so shitty that he was controlling and fucking did the whole thing already, and you didn't have the opportunity, but it's like, then why the fuck did you marry the guy?
Exactly.
That's
not my problem.
It's not my problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm just saying, because I've got some issues with some like traditional wedding stuff. Like, I don't think that I should be responsible, or we should be responsible to feed everybody that comes to the, you know what I mean?
Hell no.
Like, why do I got to feed everybody? Why can't we do a marriage at like 1:30 on a Saturday? That way everybody goes to lunch beforehand, do your thing, go to fucking Jason's Deli, whatever you got to do. Come there, get there about 1:15. 1:30 is the ceremony. We're done by 1:45. Pictures from 1:45 to 2, because that's all the fucking time you need to do pictures, right? And then from 2 o'clock to about 4:30, 4 o'clock, you fucking have booze. You play a little fucking music. You have it's like a networking event where people can talk to each other, right? Yeah. You shake everybody's hand, tell them thanks for coming. 4:30, you're out.
Yep.
And done.
It's perfect.
I can still catch a couple episodes of the first 48 and, knock the bottom out that evening.
And for me, like, wouldn't you want to go to a badass honeymoon? Why don't you invest your money in if you're going to go travel or go on, just go spend your money on that shit.
I want to get married at the destination. I'm going to get married on a destination wedding, just so people that really give a fuck about me would show up. You know, if you've got to pay $2,000 to $3,000 to make it to my fucking wedding, that's showing me that you actually, you know,
it's true.
Let's say Joey treating his wedding. Can you put that one? Joey treating his wedding like his kid's first. I don't have kids, so it's my fucking party. Yeah,
that's even better. You know, you don't have to worry about who's gonna want your kids either.
As Holly says, might as well elope at that point. That's what I'm saying. Like if you put it, let's say if I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna tell her, let's do this at like the Isle of Man outside the UK. Yeah. And people are like, are you kidding me? It's $2,000 to fly there. Really? You don't give a fuck about us? You don't care about us?
Really? I'd be straight up and be like, hey, have fun.
Save your money. Save your money. You got a year. You got a year and a half to save your money. Right? What if you were married at a courthouse?
I basically just told you that's what we did, except it was in some judge's backyard. I mean, we were going to go to a courthouse. We just found that guy was a little bit. It was like an extra $50 to just go to this dude's house.
But you got to think like a marketer here, right? If you're going to just do a courthouse, if I had to go back and do yours, if you came to me and said, hey, Joey, this is what we want to do, what I would tell you is like, no, bro, find a business, find like a fucking chain business and ask them if you can get married there, because what's going to happen? You're going to get fucking like a little bit of recognition from like the Applebee's that you're choosing to get fucking, married at. And maybe you might get meals for life.
You're making this sound like a redneck's marriage.
No, not you. Let's say you do it at the fucking Cheesecake Factory, man. Right. Do it in a place that they might compensate you and be like, hey, thank you for getting married here.
Yeah.
Here is fucking every time you have an anniversary or whatever, here's a fucking card that you can get it for free.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Maybe not. I could be fucking completely.
Like, I don't think my wife would have enjoyed that for sure.
But a courthouse,
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to go to a courthouse or Applebee's, I guess I'd go to Applebee's before the courthouse, assuming that I'm paying the same price.
I would do it at a Waffle House.
Oh yeah, you'll be outside with the server, like smoking a cigarette next to you.
No, you smoke inside at the Waffle House because I'm just gonna buy it out. I'm gonna rent it. To buy out I know what a good day at a Waffle House in Liberty, Missouri. On a good day, they make about $1,600 gross, about $1,600. And so
they're banking, man.
I was gonna pay $4,000 for the fucking place that I was gonna get married. $4,000, like $3,500 or $4,000. I can buy out a fucking Waffle House for $1,600, and that comes with food. You kidding me? Smothered, covered, fucking Captain Chunk.
I would tell him to throw a cover over the Waffle House sign at least.
I'd market my wedding to get some free shit. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That does make sense.
People spend, but then you're treating your wedding like a business transaction. I jumped one. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yes, I know technically, but then you're treating your wedding like a business transaction. What else is a wedding than a business transaction? It's the combination.
It's literally what it is. And
it's two corporations that are merging.
Like sex before marriage and stuff is like, man, even if you do agree with the whole marriage concept, it's literally signing some paperwork. It's documents, basically combining all your shit together.
It's a merge of two corporations, is what it is.
That's not a Jesus thing or a God thing. It's a government thing.
It's a merge. Yeah. So why not? Let's do this. Let's market this thing and let's see if we can get this thing to pay itself off and get a good ROI. People spend too much money on weddings. That money could be a down payment on a house.
Yeah. Shit. I just pulled from my 401k on my house, but that's just me.
Big weddings,
my townhouse.
Hey, it's wherever you get it from. It's all good.
Yeah.
Big weddings are a waste of money. I'm so not traditional. That's the whole thing. I'm not traditional either, but the chances of me getting married to somebody who's never been married, a woman that's never been married, is extremely rare. So I'm probably going to marry a retread, right? If I get married. And I say that with
one of my good friends, he's probably 4 years younger than him, and he's been a bachelor his whole life. But he travels the world, man. I mean, he fucking goes wherever he wants and does whatever he wants.
Yeah, but there's sometimes he's sitting in one of those hotels and he's miserable as fuck.
He has to. Like, as much he was in fucking Puerto Vallarta. No relations out there. Just some tiny ass village in Puerto Vallarta. I'm like, how can you be enjoying yourself? He told me he got jumped at a fucking bar.
Yeah. I've done a lot of that traveling too, being that bachelor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, let's say it's a 4-day trip. I'm gonna spend 3 of those days fucking being in hog heaven. I'm gonna spend one of those days crying while I'm jerking off, drinking a bottle of fucking Cuervo, right? It's just
waking up the next morning, your shaft is raw and burns because you've been jerking off all day.
Yeah, well, all day. It's every day. Like, welcome to the world of being single, dude. You can jerk off anywhere you want at home, anytime you want, any moment. You don't have to hide the bathroom.
We don't have any carpet here either, so it's easier to clean up. So,
Who's coming on the floor, bro? What's going on? You getting wild like a fucking lawn sprinkler in there?
Hey, man, we've been married for for 7 years now.
Jesus, that's the excitement.
Here's another am I the asshole for not allowing my best friend to crash at my house after his wife died.
So I got questions here.
Yes.
How did his wife die?
It doesn't say how she died, but it did say that he had a kid, and he said he didn't feel comfortable sleeping in the house with all of her pictures and stuff.
So the reason I ask, because what if the friend was, under investigation for, possibly being the, you know what I mean? I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Why would they not want their friend to stay with them?
I don't know. See, I was leaning towards this guy being the asshole because, like, what does it matter? Unless he's got like a family, full house like me. I mean, I'd say, hey, you can crash on my couch for a night, but I don't.
But a guy
I really
like
don't
me,
have a place for you, man.
I got a 4-bedroom house. I fucking live in one of them, and I'm like, nah, bro. Sorry, man.
Where am I gonna put my shit?
What do I say? Joey always finds a loophole. What was the loophole?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I do. It's about. I think I was born to be a fucking prosecutor. I think I was born to be one, but I just wasn't dedicated enough to go to law school.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, see, I'm not. I'm not intelligent enough to do that.
Sure you are. Sure you are.
I mean, come on. You know where I work.
Dude, actually, that's the best one. That's the smart one.
It is a good job, and it's not difficult at all.
I learned from a few of the people that follow me on TikTok, because there was a moment there that I had a lot of 55-year-old widow women that were following me on TikTok. It was a lot. And I don't know anything about widowed women. I've never dated a widow woman, nothing like that. I didn't know anything. What I learned from these ladies is that when their husbands died, a lot of their husbands' friends tried to fuck them. Like, literally, like, try to, and you're smiling. You've heard this, or
yes,
yeah, and it was almost like it was almost like they were trying to do him a favor by fucking him. Yeah.
No, I've heard of
Sorry,
several.
That was just a random fucking thought.
No, you're good, because now I'm thinking about it. I know I've heard it from at least like a couple family members, cousins. I know it's happened to at least 2 of them, and so yeah, it's pretty common.
I would,
and it's not even that they like wait for them to break up, and it's sometimes like it could be that the husband and them got divorced, and then his friends are like, hey, or secretly behind his back trying to hook up with her, or, stuff like that. That happens.
I would make it like a Brewster's Millions type thing. You remember Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor? Dude, it's a great fucking movie with Richard Pryor, John Candy. It's about a guy that inherits like fucking 30 million or whatever $1 million, and he has to spend, I think it's like 500 million, but he has to spend $30 million in 30 days. He has to do it, right? And that's what Richard Pryor has to do. I would do it like that. This is what I would do. If I died, I would have like my inheritance would go to any one of my friends that could fuck my wife. That's the one. Like, whoever, and she couldn't know about it, right? So all of my friends are just like coming at her, just different ways, smooth. By the way, this is all hyperbolic. So any women that are listening to this is all bullshit. This is to make people fucking giggle a little bit and go, oh my God. But wouldn't that be fucking funny? Like, it would be a great movie concept.
It would be.
Yeah, you got like your 5 friends, and all of them are trying to figure out how to bang your fucking widow.
Yes.
So they could get the $27,000 that I have in fucking savings.
It's funny you mentioned Richard Pryor, because have you seen The Toy?
Yeah. Are you
I
kidding me?
have Scott Schwartz's phone number. I was gonna try and get him on here.
The kid?
The kid, yeah.
Did he go through some weird
Master
shit?
Bates. Yeah, he did a porno. I know he did a porno.
Yeah. I knew something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of those fucking kid actors.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to the stepmom in that fucking, what was her name? God damn it. They had the big painting that was up on the wall, and if you pushed a button, her clothes came off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was her name? I was that lady from that show or that movie. I was Teresa Ganzel. Holy shit. You want to talk about a hottie from the 70s? Right up there with like Lonnie Anderson. I mean,
I don't know. See, I need to look at some of these actresses.
Oh, there's Scott Schwartz.
Yeah, he's the one who gets his tongue stuck on the pole in the
Same
Christmas
one.
story too.
I dig it. Well, I started talking with my ex's best friend. I despite at first. Now we've been talking for 3 years.
See, it's common.
Read one of the comments in there. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's a free for all.
Right.
Joey is very familiar with the adult industry. Not anymore. It's been a while. But I do tell you.
Let's see here. Here's another one. Am I the asshole for not making it known that I understand Spanish to my girlfriend's family when they were talking about me?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. No. Kidding me.
Especially if they're talking bad about you. I would not say anything. I would just listen.
That's awesome. I think that's awesome. Sorry, I'm Googling Teresa Ganzel boobs right now. That lady was gorgeous. So anyway, all right. Yeah, we're back. My mom, I'm going to tell you what, if I go, my mom hopefully will not look at my fucking search history. It is a cesspool.
Just leave notes. Just leave notes around your house saying, don't check my history.
No, I don't think they're an asshole for not telling them that they speak Spanish.
No, right. I actually would do the same thing. I probably wouldn't tell people if I spoke another language.
Just keep it quiet all the time.
Yeah. I'll just learn on YouTube and I won't tell anybody.
What are we? You got another one?
I believe I do have another one.
I like judging people.
I do too. Yes, I got one more or two. We'll see. Let's see what I got here. Am I the asshole for naming our cat or our kids after my former cats and not telling my husband?
I don't think she's an asshole.
No, it's weird.
I think that she is a fucking strategist. That's awesome.
She's like, why bother thinking of a name? I'll just name them after my old cats.
Let me get your opinion on this, and sure. People that are watching this live or whatever, because or anybody that's watching this and put it in the comments as well. Mm-hmm. I never had any children, but if I were to have a son, which is, I'm kind of out on it now, I wanted to name him, not a fucking nickname, not a goddamn middle name, first name Rocket. That's what I wanted to name my son. And I could not find a lady that fucking said, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. And I couldn't understand it. How do you feel about that? You speak your mind, bro. I'm not going to be mad.
Well, I've heard the name Rocket before. I don't know that I met anybody named Rocket, but like on TV shows and, animated cartoons, like I've heard kids named Rocket.
Cartoon. Yeah. Yes. Cartoons.
I don't know why I said animated. It's the same fucking thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's different. It's
totally.
It's not something I would do. I mean, I don't think it's a bad name, but it's not something I would do.
Rocket Little. I thought that sounds like a quarterback's name, right? Or that sounds like a fucking governor's name. But the reason I wanted to name my unborn son or a non-existing, which it came to an end, is because I was a huge Roger Clemens fan for the fucking Boston Red Sox, and his name was Rocket, and that's why I want to name him Rocket. But then all of a sudden, Roger Clemens gets busted for like drugs and steroids and shit like that. I'm like, right. Plus, I didn't really knock anybody up, so I never got that, Mm-hmm. And if it was a girl, I wanted to name her Anita.
I like Anita. I met several Anitas. It's an easy name and it's good. It's not like it's not a shitty name. It's not like off the wall like Shaquanda or
You'll see it in the comments. Somebody will get it here in the comments. Somebody will check it. Somebody will realize what the fuck I'm saying.
Oh, Anita, like Anita.
What's my last name?
Oh, I need a little. And nobody got it, man. Nobody's got that yet.
It's coming. Yep, there it is. How would that not be a great fucking? Oh, my daughter would murder me.
They would
I
kill
named her
your kid.
Anita.
Would kill your kid and your wife, if your wife or not wife, whoever.
But hopefully, my baby mama would be like you, be like, yeah, that sounds like a really pretty name. It's gorgeous. It's kind of nice. It rolls off the tongue, right? Yeah. And be like, yeah, it does. Let's name her that. Let's go with it.
And then the daughter, especially with the generation now, she'd be in like 5th grade and she'd come home all pissed off at you because you realized what it meant.
Yeah. And now we try to, I mean, what if she grew up and she was into older men and she met, one of the actors from the 90s and 2000s, the famous Andy Dick, right? And then she hyphenates her fucking married name.
I need a little dick.
I'm just saying.
I got one more here, okay? Am I the asshole for calling my coworker chunky after she repeatedly calls me slim and makes references to my weight after I asked her multiple times not to?
Oh, fuck. The answer is no.
See, I would say yes if you're questioning it. If you just do it without the questioning, you just do it, I don't think that's being an asshole. But if you're questioning it, that means that you think that it might be an asshole move. And then so if you proceed to do it.
Most of what I think of is what's the repercussions or the aftermath. It's not am I the asshole, but what the fuck happens to me afterwards, right? Yeah. Do I become the office piece of shit because I called fucking LaShandra chunky, right?
Yeah.
Because in today's world and society standards, being called slim apparently is not as excuse the pun, heavy as calling somebody chunky, right?
Right.
So
and I can't imagine her calling him slim was like a negative or like comment in any way. Unless he was like bragging about how skinny he was around the office. And then if she was using that as a way to hit him, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody tells you to stop calling him something, fucking stop calling him something, right? But to retaliate and come back at him with something that's like, okay, there, fat fuck,
Yeah.
Like if that's the
How
other
does
thing,
it feel? How do you like it?
If you're gonna come hard, come fucking hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
Expect the repercussions. I don't know. If he
so
told
yeah,
her multiple times.
if it's not worth it. I don't like drama in my life at all. So that's just something I would fucking like.
Here.
There's a term that I absolutely just don't like, right? And it's big guy. I don't like being called big guy. I think it's demeaning. I don't really care because it has anything to do with my size or anything. I just don't want to be called big guy, right? I don't like to be called dude. It's just something like I just don't want to fucking hear it. And I'll tell somebody, hey, don't call me big guy, right?
Yeah. Right.
And they're like, what the fuck's matter with that? I'm like, god damn it. And then I want to spit it out. I want to say every fucking word, adjective that I can think of to just slam them, right? But I don't because of the repercussions. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's like being called a ginger. I worked with a guy that was also redhead and he hated it. He's like, it's because they're making fun of us, man. It's like, dude, why are you letting that affect you? Like they're just calling you a fucking ginger, man. Just deal with it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I know that it's ridiculous to fucking let being called a big guy fucking get me. But now since I've gotten Dozer's a fucking ginger. Did you know that?
Yeah, I could tell in the video.
Yeah, he's a fucking ginger. He's educated me on ginger rights. He told me that there's a lot of things that came out that are not true about gingers. Like the whole thing about you guys stealing souls. That's not true.
That's assuming that you have a soul.
That was made up by South Park. Yeah, that every one of your freckles that you have on your body is one soul that you've taken.
I don't know. I mean, I know you said you're not Christian, and I mean, I'm not either. I grew up Pentecostal, but now I believe there's something, but I don't fucking know what it is. I'm not gonna go to church and have somebody tell me what he thinks it is or she.
It's good to just find out. It's good to just. It's like this podcast. Don't find out until somebody hits the fucking go button.
Yeah, and dude. I hate scripts. I hate having scripts. I like to have a little topic to throw in there to keep it random and going, but that's it. Unscripted, raw, no holes barred. And I've had everything. I've had people who can't handle it though. I've had people on here where there's just tension and you just can't get a good fucking conversation out of them, and it just ruins the show.
Some people they're just not built for this kind of thing. Dude is a 50s thing or California thing. I call everyone dude. I get that. Some of your comments calling everyone dude. But it's just a weird, I guess I get, okay, this is where, let me back up on that one again about being called dude. So I work as an executive. Like I've busted my fucking ass to get me to the level I'm at. And I work in the car business, which has got, car salesmen. And a lot of our car salesmen are like 23 years old, 22, little snot-nosed fucking guys that are making 100 grand, 80, 150 grand a year because they're selling fucking cars. Right. It's those guys that are like, hey, dude, I'm like, hey, this is a business. Like, because I feel like if they're calling me dude, they're going to call some guy that's wanting to buy a Raptor, $120,000 Raptor. They're going to fuck up that deal by calling him dude. I think that's what it is. I think it's more of a respect thing. Like
it's a perception that you're giving off at work too, on top of that.
Yeah. And I've worked my ass off to get to where I'm at. I don't need a 22-year-old dude. Call me dude. I can call him dude all goddamn day long.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So. And for me, I don't like to say where I work when I'm live, but yeah, I don't.
That's why I didn't mention it. I haven't mentioned it.
No, time. You haven't. No, that's fine. Right? And I've worked my way up, and I mean, it's a decent job, and it's easy as hell, good pay. So, but if somebody came to me and tried to people come up to me and ask to hang out and stuff, I'm like, no, I don't hang out with employees either. I make sure not to.
To answer the comment that says, we live in California. It's a California thing. We say dude all the time here. I get that. If I was in California, you got to go with the culture. But I'm in fucking Kansas City.
Totally, you don't have any surfer dudes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a totally different things here. But yeah.
So what's going on with your podcast, man? I know it's pretty new. Are you planning on growing? Or are you just going to keep doing what you do and let it be what it is?
Every day with what I have of this reach or presence on the internet, every day I want to burn it to the ground. I hate it. More and more every day, I just want to burn it to the fucking ground. But there's always this little fucking Tinkerbell fucking pixie dust that just kind of brings me and says, hey, man, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. Blah, 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 blah. I also suffer from something called anhedonia. Have you ever heard me talk about this?
No, unfortunately.
Do you give a fuck?
I mean, I'm curious what it is.
So anhedonia is like a sidecar of like other, like a personality disorder or depression. What it does is it is you either have social anhedonia or you have physical anhedonia, or you could have both. I have social anhedonia. I don't have the passion or the joy in about 95 fucking % of the things that are going on in the world. I don't find any joy or passion in that. I do find joy in this. The reason is because of your passion, right? Yeah. This is your project that you have a lot of passion for it. So it gets me hyped up. That's one thing I don't fucking lose. But like doing the podcast, we were talking offline. I have a personal podcast called Everyone Needs a Little. It's like 282 fucking episodes on there. And I've done it across the world. Like I've done it everywhere. I did it on a fucking train from Geneva, Switzerland to Milan, Italy. Like I did an episode. That's how I loved it. And then just one day, poof, it was gone. Like I didn't have any joy for it anymore. Yeah. And that's how I kind of feel. TikTok's getting that way. So, and
that's the being 47 and a TikTok content creator. I mean, it's not, most of them are what, fucking 19, 18, 23-year-old kids.
It's built for that. It's built for Gen Z. That's what it's built for. So
it means something at your age to get to that, base of a following though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was based off of pettiness.
Yeah.
The story goes like the first like probably 15 to 17,000 followers that I got on TikTok was based off of the fact that I've never been married, I don't have any kids, and I'm a middle-aged dude. And that how I noticed that there's a lot of women out there that find that as a big fucking red flag when it comes to dating. And so a lot of those followers were following me because of that, right?
Right.
And then making a TikTok talking about how my ex is a how she compared herself to my TikTok followers and calling my TikTok followers thirsty bitches because I didn't want to respond to her. And she's like, oh, do you think you're going to find a better woman, on TikTok, those thirsty bitches that follow you? And I told that story on TikTok, and that story got me another 90,000 fucking followers. And in that saga, I mean, 90 to 100,000 more fucking people. Yeah. And so I know that they're not following me because I make great content. They're following me because they said it right there in the comments. I'm here to tell the petty bitch to go fuck herself.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was like, man, I need to get to 1,000 because I want to promote my show. And now I'm at damn near 1,400. And it's been fucking 4 months since I've been over 1,000. And I've yet to think of anything that I want to do. I mean, I have an idea now of what I want to do. But because I've been researching TikTok lives, and there's no weekly game shows. There's no like live aired weekly game shows on TikTok. And I was thinking, there's totally like, I got a Whose Line Is Anyway style idea that I want to do on TikTok live.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing it wasn't weekly, but I think I did it 3 or 4 times, which was a Family Feud, where I don't know if you ever got into one of those, but
I've heard somebody talk about it in one of your lives. It just popped up in the conversation.
Yeah, you just ask a question, top 100. How the thing goes, the Family Feud, top 100. By the way, can we address this first? Now you have 1,000 women in your DMs. Not 1,000, maybe more like 600. But I would ask like, okay, top 5 answers on the board. We asked 100 people, what is the best flavor of fucking Kool-Aid? And then you get the people, that interact with it, and they're like, red, grape, red, grape. So yeah, I think it's loved. I can tell you the secret to get fucking 5,000 followers in the next 4 months. I can tell you right now how you do it.
As an algorithm.
So it's about keeping the same fucking theme or keeping the same niche, but I will tell you how questions. People on the internet love to give fucking advice, right? They love to be in a position where they seem smart, right? So if you ask a question, especially a question that's like societal driven, that has nothing to do with like politics, has nothing to do with what we're going through right now, but you just asked a question like, hey, does having 3 kids and being a single woman make you a red flag? That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like they will give their fucking 2 cents. Like, yeah, totally. Are they from different daddies? All that kind of shit. And
you can just pay for it now.
You can, but that's all.
That's not, I want a genuine following, I want people to, yeah.
So if you did game show questions in your TikToks videos, then absolutely. I mean, if you asked a question like, hey, here we go, it's your question of the day,
Well, I was thinking of doing like 3 10-minute segments, get a few contestants. I give them a skit and they have to improv the skit. And then I upload those 10-minute segments after the show was aired and tell all the viewers, hey, go in and pick which contestant wins.
You can do that. You can absolutely do that. But you got to remember KISS. You got to remember keep it simple, silly, or keep it simple, stupid. You got to keep it when you're I'm not trying to tell anybody what to fucking do, right? I've just been in the content game for a long fucking time with social media. You've got to keep it simple, and you have to, no offense to everybody that's watching this that follows me on TikTok, but you have to pretend like your audience is drunk 5th graders. It can't be too complicated. It's got to be, that's the whole keep it simple. It's got to be, and you have to make people believe that they are contributing, right?
Yeah.
That they're contributing somehow, some way. I can't tell you how much unsolicited fucking advice I get in comments. But having a game show like that, it'd be great. That's
Burn After Playing. I'm working on it. It's gonna be coming soon.
You should, what's this say? Is it called Burn After Playing? I like that.
That's what it's gonna be, yeah.
True. Everyone has there are people sleeping on live making hundreds. That's the other thing too.
I've seen that too, man.
Can we go down the fucking road of like my unsolicited advice to people that want a lot of followers on fucking TikTok? And
yeah. Well, let's give it another 10 minutes, then we'll wrap it up. It's all you, man. Go ahead.
So the biggest thing that I see with people that get on, so, all right, having 115 or 110,000 followers on TikTok, the number one question that gets asked to me by anybody that I know in real life that finds out that I have those kind of followers, what do you think is the first fucking question they ask me?
Where are you from?
No, I'm talking like, let's say you and I, we went to school together, right? And I run into you at the Home Depot, and I'm filming something at Home Depot, and I run into you. You're like, hey man, what's going on? I haven't seen you for a while. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm filming a fucking TikTok. I make these videos. And you're like, oh, really? Are you on TikTok? My wife looks at it. I'm like, yeah, I have like 115,000 followers. As soon as you hear that information, what do you think is the first question that these people ask me?
How'd you get there?
No, Stacy's got it. Can you put up her last comment?
Are you serious?
Yeah. How much are you making money off that, bro? Are you like, how much money are you making from TikTok? That's the first fucking question.
I mean, it's a good question.
It's 100% of the questions of how much money are you making? Yeah.
It's not very much. I mean, it can be if you're like fucking pushing and you're on here constantly.
But that's the whole point about, so I don't want to make any money from TikTok. That's not why I'm on there. I think that it makes me so I have to be somebody who I'm not a lot more than I already am. Mm-hmm. But if you're one of those people saying, I want to get 10,000 followers, like my cousin right now, I have a young cousin who's like 30, she's your age. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Joey, get me to 10,000 followers. Give me to 10,000 followers. Like, why? What is your end result? Why do you want
why do you want
10,000 followers, right?
For me, I can get 10,000 followers, and I can say, hey, I got a podcast, and then they'll fucking companies will find you.
And so you have a plan, you have a strategy, you have an end result of why you want to do it. But most people, they don't know why they want to. Most of it is so they can start making fucking money from it. Yeah. If they do have it, like, oh, I want to get an endorsement deal or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But if you don't have a plan going in it, right? And I see, can you, do I click on these two or are they just
you might be able to try it?
It's you.
Which one?
The Lily D. So this is funny. This is if you go through TikTok. So TikTok, is going to take a lot of the money that you get if you get gifts or people subscribe to you and stuff like that. But you have a different way that you said that you're going to do it. You can get people outside of the platforms to sponsor and become a part of your content and things like that, right?
Right.
That's the way to do it. So I don't use TikTok to make money, right? I've got 2 viral YouTube videos with millions of fucking views. I made 2 Chiefs hype videos. Yeah. I've gone viral on other platforms as well, not just TikTok. And I've never looked at it as a monetary type way of making money.
Yeah.
But this is perfect for you. Somebody needs to have like, what is their end result? What is it that they want to get from it? What is it that they are trying to accomplish? And you automatically have to accept the fact that part of it is validation, part of it is
inconsistency. I think consistency has a lot to do with it too.
Well, I mean, validation in the fact that nobody is doing content on social sites, even with your podcast. There's a part of you, maybe a little tiny part of you that gets validation from people who say they like your podcast or you're funny or things like that. It's a good feeling. There's some people out there that it's like 90% of the reason why they're on social media. So that's the whole self-awareness thing, is understanding your self-awareness of why you're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And so
just the idea of going on there to make money is kind of stupid if you don't have a game plan.
You need to have a plan. You need to have like,
that's with anything.
What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? Right. Mm-hmm. TikTok is bad for people with addictive behavior.
It's in a sense.
TikTok is bad for people that have extreme insecurities that need outside validation to give them a false self-awareness. God damn it. We just went into we're fucking comedy show and we're talking about goddamn fucking psychology here. All I have to say is don't do what who gives a shit if you have 300 views, 30 views, 30,000 views. If you don't have a fucking plan, you're not trying to monetize it or have like this, what you're doing is creating this content fucking machine online. If you're just a normal fucking person out there, fucking just enjoy the goddamn 1,100 followers you got, or 300.
No. I'm not like sitting here like, go follow me, like all my shit. I don't care about that.
The worst thing that could
natural.
fucking happen, and I've seen this happen to other people, is they're floating around maybe 1,000 or 2,000 followers, and then they have a video that they have no fucking idea that all of a sudden, boom.
Thank you, Melissa. She said, "Good idea." So
absolutely, fucking do it.
Yeah.
So they all of a sudden, boom, they have a video that gets 500,000 fucking views, and they don't know what to do with all this fucking new attention and trolls and thirsty fuckers. And
what you got?
What does that say? I spent $8,000 in 10 days on football cards. I don't collect cards. That's awesome.
That's good.
So how about them thirst traps? They make me feel uncomfortable.
Thirst traps?
Yeah.
What's that?
Lily, you know what a thirst trap is? Bro. So do you know what a thirsty motherfucker is? Okay, no. So have you ever noticed, like on a Facebook or something back in the days, a woman would like post a picture of themselves, and it was a nice picture of them, and then you would see these dudes that come in and say things like, "Damn girl, you look fine."
Yeah.
Or, "Damn girl, what's your name? What can I?" That they're thirsty. They're thirsty for that person to give them attention.
Yeah. So
women and men both have learned to make those kinds of fucking videos and those kinds of pictures to get those dudes and those women to fucking. So it's called a thirst trap.
That makes sense. Oh man. So how long have you been big on social media? A couple of years?
Since 2005. We blew up MySpace.
Wait, what? MySpace?
Yeah,
I remember having MySpace.
It was huge on MySpace.
That's
huge. Not Tila Tequila, fucking huge. To all my Gen Xers out there that recognize that name, but huge.
They'll recognize that. They don't want to know what the fuck MySpace is. What are you talking about?
They know what MySpace is. They know all you fucking millennials know what fucking MySpace is.
You know what? I had a kid at work tell me that Facebook was old.
It is. It's passe.
That's crazy. Like
it's full old as fuck. Facebook is trying to steal fucking ideas from TikTok and steal
everything. Instagram's got reels, Facebook's got reels, YouTube's got shorts. I mean, it's all the same concept.
Can you hear Dozer behind me?
Yeah, I can hear Dozer.
Fucking A, dog.
Sorry, I think that's my cue to let's wrap this up anyways. But hey, dude, I hope you enjoyed this. This is what I do once a week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, keep it up, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And obviously, I'll see you around. And let's do it again, man. I'd love to have you on. When I get a comedian on sometime, if you like them or want to come on, you can jump in too. So
yeah, I'm good. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But this is it, man. I just chill. I fucking have a good time. We talk about random shit. And thank you for bringing your following because it's been awesome.
Good.
So I've had this happen one other time, and I told you it was that Flat Earth episode because his whole posse was there. Just, dude, they were raining hell on us because we were giving him a hard time. And I'm like, you guys realize you guys are being complete assholes right now.
Well, thanks to everybody that follows me to jump on here. Make sure you do. Can I say it real quick? Slam that like button. Hit that subscribe. Right. Subscribe to this. Let me do it over here. I got to subscribe. I've had you on this other screen. There you go.
Yep. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Let's get you to at least 200 subscribers by the end of the night.
Let's make it happen. Hey, I already got 15 from your live earlier, so I appreciate it.
And if when you talk about, look at my YouTube, you can have my subscribers. There's like 3,000 or 4,000 for no fucking reason.
Fuck yeah.
Chiefs videos.
What is it? Is it Joey Little or is it
fuck if I know.
Middle-aged superhero?
No, I don't need fuck if I know. Just Google Chiefs Red Kingdom and the fucking video with millions of views pops up. That's my fucking
right on, man. Well, thanks again, everybody, and until next week, I will see all of you later.
Adios.
Later.